If economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity rather than the interests of transnational corporations. Agree. I'd always support my country whether it was right or wrong. Agree. No one chooses their country of birth, so it's foolish to be proud of it. Disagree. Our race has many superior qualities compared with other races. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Military action that defies international law is sometimes justified. There is now a worrying fusion between information and entertainment. People are ultimately divided more by class than by nationality. Controlling inflation is more important than controlling unemployment. Because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment, they require regulation. Strongly agree. From each according to his ability to each according to his need is a fundamentally good idea. Agree. The freer the market, the freer the people. Agree. It's a sad reflection on our society that something as basic as drinking water is now a bottled, branded consumer product. Disagree. Land should not be a commodity to be bought and sold. Disagree. It is regrettable that many personal fortunes are made by people who simply manipulate money and contribute nothing to their society. Disagree. Protectionism is sometimes necessary in trade. Strongly agree. The only social responsibility of a company should be to deliver a profit to its shareholders. The rich are too highly taxed. Agree. Those with the ability to pay should have access to higher standards of medical care. Strongly agree. Governments should penalize businesses that mislead the public. Strongly agree. A genuine free market that requires restrictions on the ability of predator multinationals to create monopolies. Abortion when the woman's life is not threatened should always be illegal. All authority should be questioned. Strongly disagree. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Agree. Taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theaters or museums that cannot survive on a commercial basis. Taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theaters or museums that cannot survive on a commercial basis. Schools should not make classroom attendance compulsory. All people have their rights, but it's better for all of us that different sorts of people should keep to their own kind. Good parents sometimes have to spank their children. It's natural for children to keep some secrets from their parents. Possessing marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offense. The prime function of schooling should be to equip the future generation to find jobs. People with serious inheritable disabilities should not be allowed to reproduce. The most important thing for children to learn is to accept discipline. There are no savage and civilized peoples. There are only different cultures. Those who are able to work and refuse the opportunity should not expect society's support. When you are troubled, it's better not to think about it, but to keep busy with more cheerful things. First-generation immigrants can never be fully integrated into their new country. What's good for the most successful corporations is always ultimately good for all of us. No broadcasting institution, however independent its content, should receive public funding. Our civil liberties are being excessively curbed. Strongly disagree. A significant advantage of a one-party state is that it avoids all the arguments that delay progress in a democratic political system. Strongly agree. Although the electronic age makes official surveillance easier, only wrongdoers need to be worried. Strongly agree. The death penalty should be an option for the most serious crimes. Strongly agree. In a civilized society, one must always have people above to be obeyed and people below to be commanded. Strongly agree. Abstract art that doesn't represent anything should not be considered art at all. Strongly agree. In criminal justice, punishment should be more important than rehabilitation. Strongly agree. It is a waste of time to try to rehabilitate some criminals. Strongly agree. The business person and the manufacturer are more important than the writer and the artist. Strongly agree. Mothers may have careers, but their first duty is to be homemakers. Strongly agree. Almost all politicians promise economic growth, but we should heed the warnings of climate science that growth is detrimental to our efforts to curb global warming. Strongly agree. Making peace with the establishment is an important aspect of maturity. Strongly agree. Astrology accurately explains many things. Strongly disagree. You cannot be moral without being religious. Strongly disagree. Charity is better than social security as a means of helping the genuinely disadvantaged. Strongly disagree. Some people are naturally unlucky. Strongly agree. It's important that my child's school instills religious values. Strongly disagree. Sex outside of marriage is usually immoral. Disagree. A same-sex couple in a stable, loving relationship should not be excluded from the possibility of child adoption. Disagree. Pornography depicting consenting adults should be legal for the adult population. Disagree. What goes on in a private bedroom is between consenting adults is no business of people. Strongly disagree. No one can feel naturally homosexual. Strongly agree. These days, openness about sex has gone way too far. Strongly agree. Now let's see where a doctor would place on the political compass. So, 4 up and 2 left. That would make them socialist.